Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Medium, and this time it's Dead Aim.
Well, I guess the title refers to the first-person shooter at the beginning, which is apparently a metaphor. I don't get quite how it was a metaphor, other than to just point us out that the girl and the guy are interconnected.
Well, the guy holding the gun was that guy that was feeding him information.
Oh, it's a metaphor! In court, you say, what's that phrase? The smoking gun.
Oh.
I forgot how that metaphor works. And that could connect the two.
Yeah.
The person with the smoking gun, and that's the guy. He's the guy with all the information. He's the guy who's got it all.
Yeah.
So that's how we connected it, by showing that this girl is connected, by saying she goes through this routine, you're in her shoes, and she's connected to him. At first, I was wondering if it was going for a whole different angle. I was wondering if we were going for like a boy who cried wolf situation. Like this, like she'd do it multiple times, you know?
Ah.
Yeah. But no, it didn't connect to that at all, but...
I did like that they reused the character of Mr. Watts.
Yeah, I do like that he's a recurring character whenever we've had... A lot of times when we've had a court scene in him.
Yeah, whenever we have some sort of rival prosecutor and we got to defend someone or other way around.
Exactly. More to the point, why is this lawyer not considered one of the... Why is the DA not considered one of the lawyers used in Legal Eagles videos?
Yeah, I know. Legal Eagle should really look at this show.
But I suppose that proves this show works best when it does court scenes. Because again, I enjoyed this episode a lot. Because once again, it's a court scene. I love watching them play out. It's not... That's the thing.
problem is there were 3 instances where the people whispered to each other and he had to go and talk to them. 1 time out of 3 he did say, let me talk to my people.
I think, no, twice out of 3 he did.
No, he only said it once.
Okay. No, you're right. No, sorry, you're right. I was mixing up. There was a time he wanted to confer with the DA.
Yeah. But yeah, you're supposed to ask. You can't just go and listen to people whisper in your ear.
We never really resolved the plot line with the father.
Oh, yeah.
At work.
I know. That's why I was so surprised when it ended.
There was a weird it's like, we got this moral dilemma of this chip, this guidance system he's working on could be used in military tech, which is perfectly normal, but he might have some moral obligations to feel it shouldn't be. Reminds me of that plot in The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I know. With the guidance system, I was thinking that the whole time.
Yeah. It's just like that plot in Big Bang Theory, how they also felt hesitant to do it, but... Oh well. I mean, it's perfectly normal for technology to be used for multiple purposes, and there's nothing wrong with building technology that might be used in different purposes.
Yeah, but he doesn't want it used in something that could hurt people.
And it is true that a lot of the best technology is often commissioned first for military use, but then ends up having wider spread use in regular life.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is an interesting fact, but it's so odd that they just didn't go anywhere. It felt like, and you've got 2 things, but that should have been its own episode. That should be its own episode.
Unless they're going to continue it later.
We'll see, I doubt it, but that should have been its own episode. That way we can delve into the kid again and have a plot focusing on the kid's powers, a plot focusing on a moral dilemma for the father. That would have been interesting, because it'd be nice for both those characters. That should be a whole episode. And then, don't get me wrong, this episode was still great. It's just odd that they focused on a plot that would have been great if they did more with it. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it because I enjoy episodes that have a heavy focus on the courtroom.
Yeah, this one was definitely heavily focused on court stuff.
This one was definitely one I enjoyed more than some of the previous ones. The previous ones had gotten a bit formulaic. I'm glad we jumped into the courtroom. You know, like I said, for a show where we're constantly dealing with a DA's office, there's not enough courtroom scenes, so we've had only 2 or 3 at most. It's a shame, but I still enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it an 8 just for the courtroom. Could have been a bit better.
I'm just gonna go 7.5.
I enjoyed it mainly for the courtroom, and I do agree I enjoy Mr. Watt as like a rival attorney to fight whenever we have a courtroom scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I suppose, what's the next episode called?
It is called Judge, Jury, and Executioner.
Yes. I don't know, we're dealing with a vigilante who's killing people, who's playing judge, jury, and executioner. That'd be
I don't remember.
That'd be an interesting plot. I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Something interesting's going to happen. I mean, it's a very interesting way with the dreams this time, because it's the dreams only felt like the dreams factored in a very small way.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they were vital to the plot, but it felt like it factored in so small. I do also say it's a missed opportunity that the psychic was a fake, because I thought it would be cool to finally have, like, a rival for Allison, if you will.
Yeah, I guess so.
But, I don't know. So far, we had one other character. There is, like, that other lady she's seen a couple times.
Yeah.
She's not a rival, but, we haven't had many other people who've had powers of any sort besides her and the kids. I think
yeah, because that's the thing is, as Allison says, how she doesn't always enjoy having her gift, is that...
Oh, so we also had the brother.
Yeah, wouldn't you think that if you had that kind of power, you wouldn't advertise it to the world and be a psychic?
Yeah, but at the same time, you'd think there's got to be at least one person who would.
Yeah.
You'd think at least one person would try and make life out of it. Oh well, we'll have to see what happens next time, but it'll be interesting to see where things go. You never know when this show's going to go, because like I said, the vast majority of these episodes are filler. It's very much a character-driven show more than a plot-driven show.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
The only threads that continue are like character things. Like you might set up something and say, okay, it might come in handy that we know about the girl's powers again, but other than that, it's not like there's a plot that comes back.
Yeah, there's not usually things that come back. Usually, it's all one-time things.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's harder to talk about shows that are very either formulaic or episodic, because serialized shows are at least interesting because you can speculate on where the show's going. But since I know that the vast majority of this show is episodic, it's hard to predict where it's going or if anything I see in this episode will ever matter again, which is a shame. But at the same time, although it's episodic, sometimes things come back, and because it's so episodic, you can't predict when things come back. You're like, oh, God, wow, that guy, I didn't think that'd come back.
Yeah.
Like in the finale when, I didn't think the guy from the first episode, the Texan guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd come back. So, it's interesting. You never know who's going to show up again. Maybe the brother will show up again. Maybe the psychic lady shows up tomorrow. We never know who's going to show up when.
We'll never know.
We will see you next time for more medium and of things as well.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.